Welcome everybody, it is Unstoppable Stwatzy with yet another Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition Casa game. So we got ourselves here a Deathmatch 2 versus 2 again. This time it's going to be Dutch and Portuguese versus Dutch and Portuguese. So pretty much a mirror, mirror teams. Before we see these mirror teams mirror off against each other with 20k plus starting resources, let's look at the map real quick. So I remember this map distinctively from one of the Definitive Edition Ligas that I was part of. Biggest feature of this is of course the big ice lake in the center of the map. Of course you can walk on the ice, and luckily without slipping and falling, and without falling through the ice, but of course on ice you can't build on it, so no forward bases, no forts, nothing on this ice. You can grab the hunts on it though, which is really nice. You can also use it to maneuver around, obviously, since nobody can put up any sort of towers here for line of sight. Also, you got these little trade routes here that each of the teams can use, respectively, which is great. If you want to extend out, you could also grab some of the House of Wenda natives that we see here. Also, we see some House of Jaglion natives as well. But anyways, let's get started. I'm looking forward to this one. Alright, so, what can I say about Dutch for either of the teams? Well, Dutch, as you know, they love their banks, they love their money. They never run out of money because of the banks providing so many trickles of coin. Also, number one task of any deathmatch civ, get mercantilism or something like mercantilism. Something that can grant you about 5 shipments. That's the key here. Because you really need those shipments, like, right away. So, this one is going with stonemasons, riding school, fencing school, religious freedom, and cavalry combat. So, bank build limit stuff and a lot of stuff related to quick production, really. How about the other Dutch? Really the same thing. Well, actually no, I see factories here, so yeah, production and factories. So a little bit more of a different kind of way of getting resources, but I'm assuming the religious freedom would come out really soon after that, just so they can get their bank build limit up. We're already starting to see a bit of soldiers on the move here. We see some riders actually taking a strong maneuver to the right over here. Will they move up here? Will they move in this sort of direction? I don't know. At the same time, we have to look carefully at the Portuguese. The Portuguese, compared to the Dutch, they don't have banks, but they do have town centers, and a lot of them. They can get more than the standard number of town centers that civs can usually get, right? So, let's see. How many did they get at this level? No, wrong one. This one. Oh yeah, 6. 6 town centers. That's a lot of TCs. That means quicker build production, and that also means more defenses. Because if anything comes to raid at you, you just duck inside the town center and you're all set. What's not all set is the riders running right into the castors like that. That really did hurt quite a bit, didn't it? Oh, these riders too just ran into a batch of bigger riders waiting for them. Oh, how did these castors get up here? How did they sneak their way up there? They're actually sieging a town. Wait a second. He's sieging a town center with... What? How did that happen? Castador sieging a town center? That's unheard of. They're not pike. How did you let that happen? Seriously, that is the biggest town center of steel I've ever seen in my life. 4 Castadors versus a town center? What are we gonna see next? We're gonna see, I don't know, 1 HP Minutemen taking on a villager in 1 versus 1 combat? Like, how does that even happen? Well, lucky they didn't get the factory, because that would have been game over for it. Hopefully we, see some bigger action. Well, I'm sure we will. Well, at least they saved it No, they didn't save that town, so it burned down. But let's see if anything's gonna burn down over here, though. I see a big fight going on between the Portuguese players. Look at this big charge by the Legionario Musketeers right into the enemy lines. What is this? What are they doing? I mean, I guess if you could take down a town center with 4 Castadors, you can feel like you're on top of the world, right? Yeah. It worked for a little bit until, of course, you got these shock riders charging in on you. Also, you got a large army of Castadors and dragoons right behind them. So, I mean, really, I don't know why you just sacrificed your musketeers like that. You could have had them in front to deal with the shock riders a little bit later, but that's besides the point. Which Portugal is this again? Let me see. So that's the blue one down here. This is the last fief Portuguese. Alright, we got Tushki Portugal over here in yellow. Right, so what's going on this front again? We see a bit of an army parked out front here from the Red Dutch. They're trying to slowly siege their way in here, I can see, with culverins and mortars. They're going to try to build sort of a wall of riders and skirmishers to deal with all the potential counters to that. It's going to be really hard to go after it with hussars if you can keep a nice mass of riders on top of them, as well as some skirms to deal with potential dragoon threats from the Reiters. Castadors on the siege again, this time a trading post. Oh wow, what's up with sieging stuff with Castadors today? Are Castadors the new pikemen or what? Yeah, apparently Castadors can do a lot more siege work than I thought. Really? I didn't know they could siege that much stuff. First a town center foundation, now a trading post. What else are we gonna see get sieged by Castadors today? Maybe a fort? Nah, nothing that big. Nothing that big. But we do see both yellow and pink joining forces on this side of the map. This is kind of scary if you're Red Dutch, because you deal with a much larger group of population trying to crush into you at this point. You know, with all this light cav going around, they're going to probably try to snipe these mortars and these culls, also the horse artillery. Well, one thing I would do is Red Dutch, get some barracks or foundries, stables right up around here. You only got one fort in this sort of vicinity, and it's going to be really hard to replace lost troops that way. Yeah, now you've got your blue ally over here, bringing over some musketeers, some Castadors, some organ guns. Now, I don't think the organ guns are going to help, though, because if they get too close, these culverins are just going to snipe them. So they're going to have to be placed real carefully, I think, to make a big difference on this front. On this front, we see yellow dragoons basically stopping any potential pressure here and any potential gain in map control by the blue Portugal. Yeah, and apparently everybody's congregated in this spot, though. I don't know why this side of the frozen lake is so spectacular. Right, it's probably because it's a fight to see if this fort is going to stand or not. Yeah, I mean, if the enemy team can take down this fort, that would definitely give them an edge at pushing forward at their base, but for now, they seem to have the weeny bit of an advantage being able to reinforce with this one building. As far as fighting is concerned, we see riders riding up to the riders over here and then running away. There's just not enough of them, plus they're taking direct skirmisher fire as well. Oh wow, what are these? Order Knights, Black Riders. Yeah, those are good. Those are certainly good. Also the Legionario Musketeers. You could actually stick them in bayonets against these. You know, this is much better than trying to stab Castadors with them. Try to stab the cans with the bayonets. That's good hand attack, 25. Pay attention. Attention to detail. Pay attention. Yeah. Isn't that the truth? You know, that's always the thing in team games, right? Always check your sides, make sure you're not getting flanked. Because as you can see here, the land hussars get in to kill their merchants right up here. You know, this is not the first time that this pink player has lost something valuable. They've lost the town center to raiding, and then now they're losing villagers to raiding, so they really have to be careful. Also, one more thing, too. Why is this factory not built yet? Huh. You really couldn't right-click over here, man. Right over in this spot and build your factory. What is even this man's score right now? What is his score? What is his name? Bill Classens or whatever? What is his ego score is actually surprisingly stable for not building his factory. You know? What is this sort? What is he trying to show off here or something? Like, yeah, man, I got an excellent economy. I don't even need to build my factory. I just leave the factory wagon in reserve with an... Oh, he heard me. He actually built it now. Alright. Good. That was looking like a bit of a red flag there. Like, what is this man doing? What is he doing? But now it's built, and now we can focus back on the warfare again. You see, Blue Castador's making a major push. They're going to try to move the organ guns right behind them and see if they can get some good volleys here. I doubt that, though, because the culverins are just way too close to hit them. But now these Castadors are going to try to go back and try to get some cover over here by the Red Dutch skirmishers. Also, their culverins are coming up as well. Mortars are going to try to move to this side over here to take down these outposts. They can certainly take out this one. Oh, they can hit this one in the back from here, so that's really good. They're going to want to make sure to move some riders up here, though, to give these mortars enough distance from the culverins. See this pink one winding in like a little slivering snake trying to reach the cannons here? Oh no, they're focused on this one, but I thought they were going to try to slip their way in to attack these mortars. Yeah, this has turned into a very close fight here with both players fighting within close proximity of each other. These working guns are lasting surprisingly long as well. I would have thought they would have been knocked out a lot sooner, you know. I think it would have only taken a couple... Yeah, well, the thing is, they're only targeting one at a time, though. Well, then they got the R1 alright. But, yeah. I was surprised those organ guns were there for so long. I would have expected them to get sniped by the culverins a little bit quicker than that. Yeah. It's giving them a bit of an advantage on this side, though. Doing more damage to the skirms for sure. As far as, let me see. What's going on here? What's going on with this? These are the Guard Trabants, these native halberdiers with some ordnance riflemen, these wonderful budget trash units, you know. They're basically like they're more like a budget skirmisher, like close to a crossbowman. They only cost food and wood, so they're pretty good, you know, pretty good unit. Pretty good unit when you're out of resources. So, are they running out of resources? Are they running out of resources? Yes, they are, actually. That's why we see them, you know. Whenever I see something like crossbowmen, pikemen, ordnance riflemen, C-10 bowmen, any of that stuff, I know, yeah, this person is really struggling in their economy right now, and they really need to catch up. And that's exactly what it looks like is happening right now. They are going to try to make things a bit easier, maybe relieve some of the pressure by taking some hussars, some dragoons, and maybe raiding down here or something. Why are they going up here, though? Like, why are they... What sort of tour are they taking around the map? Why don't you go down here or something, you know? Go down here, attack like a mill or a plantation. Yeah, they're so poor right now, they can't even risk raiding anymore. That's really unfathomable, you know? Yeah, imagine being too scared to lose your units trying to raid, you know? Yeah. Yep. They definitely need to catch up in some resources, though, because it looks like food's pretty low, coin's low. They don't even have any wood. How are they doing in the home city? I mean, yeah, they're going to get textile mill right now to catch up a bit. They also need to get cigar roller and sustainable agriculture to get the food and coin eco up even further. Yeah, I mean, really. Balance of power. I don't think they're gonna even need this yet because what are they gonna do? Balance it out with the wood? Yeah. I don't know. How about the Pink Dutch? Pink Dutch is actually starving right now. They're actually so hungry, in fact, they're probably biting on their own coins from the banks, which they have a lot of, thinking that they're chocolate coins, you know? Actually starving. So, I don't know what's happening with the yellow and pink team. They really need to get their stuff together real quick and resources, or else they're going to get beaten out by superior numbers real soon, since they won't be able to replicate the numbers that they're doing. Well, yellow Portugal is going to try to make up some lost resource difference by killing some of the blue Portuguese settlers right on the front lines here on this mine. That was a really good hit by them. But, are they going to commit to it? Nah, they're not. They're actually going to retreat. Because, again, their eco is such bad shape right now that they can't even afford to go for sustained raids for little vills here and there. We see the blue Portugal actually did not turn their crossbowmen into the ordnance riflemen. They still got order bestieros. Yeah, actually I don't even know how the whole ordnance rifle thing works exactly. Is it like a card or something? Curious. Maybe I should research that right now. I always wondered how those type of stuff work. Is it through the royal decree how you get the ordnance rifleman? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's how they get. But anyways, getting back to the fighting here, I see some culverins in the front lines here. Man, you're gonna lose those to the Caçadores, you know? The Caçadores, they have a pretty good ranged attack, you know, for a skirmisher. So yeah, they're gonna blast right into those cannons and take them out. Also, you got dragoons helping further with that. Back over here, we see a bit of a skirmisher war going on between Red Dutch and Pink Dutch. Mortars from Red Dutch trying to show apart this big mass of towers here, which is causing some major casualties for the red skirmishers trying to push in. Also, some red hussars are going to try to get in front and start attacking those skirmishers, and the other ones are going to take a move on the culverins. I think the culverins are pretty much toast at this point. Yeah, that one is. How about that one? This one? Yep, that one. And this one? Yep. And I'm thinking at least one more. No, never mind. Alright. Yeah, now they got... Yeah, the tower's just too powerful. They actually have a multiplier against cavalry, too, so that's sort of why those towers are there. Preventing any serious, like, cavalry charges. Oh, look at this! The Pink Dutch made the Blue Guards, and now they're actually going full bayonet on the cannons. Wow, they're also actually really successful, too. Yeah, look at that. Right in the flank over there, and they stabbed their way right through everything. That was a good surprise move by Pink Dutch. It stopped the entire Red Siege, and now they're actually going to have to retreat back to their fort, it looks like. Yeah, that was a good move on their part. But now we see Blue making a move on the yellow Portuguese here. They actually have an opening to run right in through that little patch right over here in the wall. Maybe they will. Yeah, they sort of are. But they do have to be careful, though, because they are in the yellow domain. So they really don't want to move their working guns in too much to the point that they're going to lose them. Where is their nearest artillery foundry, by the way? Is it, it's actually not even that. Where is it? It's all the way down here, right? So yeah, all they got on the front lines here is really like barracks, right? So yeah, they really can't afford to lose any cans at this point. You know, losing artillery would not be ideal. Some huss? Huss. Oh yeah, you need hussars on this front like right now. Can they even afford their own huss? Barely. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of huss for 700 food. Maybe, I don't know, like 5 or 6. Yes? Flank with hussar, please. Yeah, get these hussars, and good call from Yellow Portugal for that type of assistance. These pink hussars are going to be perfect. They're going to ride in right over here, sandwich them up right up against the wall, and then they're going to be able to disassemble this entire army of Cassiodors and cannons. Yep, cavalry horn. Yeah, exactly. The last thing you want to do when you're going for mass skirms and cannons is seeing a group of hussars. A little bit too late for Red's riders, though. You know, way too late, actually. I don't even know why you brought them over here at this point. Yeah, but I bet pretty soon... Well, actually, the Red Army is moving... You know, the Red Dutch Army is actually moving all the way over to this side now. Again, this would have been really bad if these pink hussars stopped, because they would have been able to take out these horse guns as well. Are they going to try to take out the villagers? Where are these pink hussars going? They've missed 2 viable targets so far. Where are these pink hussars looking to land themselves? Are they going to try to go for the factory? Are they going to try to go for the agriculture? Yeah, they could stop right here and get these villagers. Are they going to... Yeah, yep, they're going to plow right into here. They're going to plow these settlers down. As if they were wheat. As if it was a wheat field. Well, technically they are working on wheat fields because these are mills, but you get the point. These cavalry sabers do a great job at killing villagers. Oh yeah, look at all these dead settlers right now. This is actually really... They're actually killing some of the Dutch merchants as well on this side, so yeah, this was a very successful raid from Pink Dutch. Very successful. They're actually still killing things. You got riders here. Good counter to the hussars, but just not enough to take them out quick enough. Are they going to lose all the miners over here? Oh, the 2 of them survived. Yeah, I mean, that's still a very active mine with about, what, 1.9k coin left? So, yeah. I don't know. That was a really successful raid from Pink, though. Those hussars did a lot of damage. Way lot of damage. Ah, interesting. We see some of the pink halberdiers, the Stadtwatch Royal Guard halberdiers actually sieging this trading post down. That's a bit of a minor setback too, you know. Trading posts give you XP, or they give you resources, depending on what you set that trade route to give you. So, yeah, that was definitely a painful loss, I can imagine. At this point now, sort of all the fighting has shifted over to this side. At the beginning of the game, everyone was all the way over here doing all the fighting. Now they're going over here to do all the fighting. 2v1 Stoke. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hopefully you're ready. I don't think they're going to be... oh no, right in front of the riders. No. Now they see you though. That is bad. They're gonna get up the artillery though, that's good. Are they gonna... Oh no, but now it's light cavalry knows that you're there and they're gonna be able to... They're gonna try to intercept you now. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, no, right on top. Oh, that must... That hurt. That really did hurt. But look at this. What's going on? Ordnance pikemen on the factory? How did you let this happen? This is actually a serious threat. This factory is probably going to go down for Yellow Portugal. Lipka Tatars. Oh, cavalry archers. Not the best counter. Not the best counter. Now, the skirmishers on the other hand, that could clean these up. But not before the pikemen cleaned up that factory. Wow. What's going on here? Like, yeah, I mean, luckily the Yellow Portugal has recovered their resources a little bit. Petards raid. Let's do it. Let's go. Petards. Oh, yeah, Petards, you know. Petards are a very interesting unit in AoE 3. They're great at blowing things up, you know. Look at that siege, about 2k siege. That's enough to almost instantly destroy a barracks or an artillery foundry with just one. It takes about 2 to completely destroy it. Where are these petards going? They're just punching pikemen right now and they're dying. What are these petards even going to do? We're going to get more of these petards, or was that sort of a meme? Oh, I do see a petard over here though. Maybe that could go in, maybe over here take down a wall. Maybe take out an outpost with it, something like that. Yeah, something. If you're going to make petards, try to keep them alive because they are a bit expensive in wood. You know, and wood does grow on trees since trees are wood, basically. But, as you know, wood is a pretty non-renewable resource on the map. You can certainly get infinite food and coin through the agricultural practices that you can in AoE 3, but as far as wood, you'll only have to change one of your factories over to wood just to be able to recover that to keep up your petard attack. So make sure you're managing them well. Make sure you're sneaking them in whenever possible. Not stick them out right in front for somebody to grab them. Castadors. Oh, look at those snipes from the blue Castadors right on the settlers. Yeah, way too close to the front lines for comfort at this point. Also, that little petard all alone just got taken out. Yeah. Yep, they're all signaling this area like beep, beep, beep. Emergency, emergency. Double attack on this side. Yeah, this is not looking good right now for him. Oh, which Dutch is this? The Pink Dutch? Yeah, the Pink Dutch is actually doing quite good in resources. How about the enemy team, like the Blue Portugal and the Red Dutch? The Red Dutch is still pretty behind in food, but not within fatal amounts of loss of food, so... Well, one good thing is they do have one of the factories working on the food trickle, so they can keep it up somewhat. But, I'm wondering at this point, like, who's going to make the major push here? It seems like right now, yellow and pink are getting all the pressure this game for the most part, besides that pink hussar raid. And the raid on the mine that was around here. Oh, we see a bit of pressure on this side from Pink Dutch, starting to mortar down this fort. So we are seeing a bit of a reclaim of land in that area. It's kind of interesting because all the action's going on over here, and then these mortars pop up over here and start shelling things. Now, one way they're able to pull this off is they actually have the Infinite 2 mortars card in their deck, so they can actually afford to keep shelling things. Yeah, that's definitely something that they can keep up doing. A single hussar killing some blue settlers over here. Blue actually putting a trading post all the way over here, it looks like. Interesting. Well, at least somebody's making the most of that trade post. Yeah, definitely. But, what's going on this one? Gonna do big huss raid. Well, last one wasn't so great because it got swept up by the riders. Can't afford to defend, need to get space. Yeah, they're really crunched in right now. You got these blue Castadors with supporting artillery standing right on top of your wall foundations, and you really can't get any more buildings here. Like, where are you gonna go if these buildings get blown up, man? You got all these farms back here. You're not gonna be able to make up for that. Like, really? That is not a good situation to be in. Yellow just doesn't have any military space left. Really, look at that. Oh, a battery tower. You know, you rarely see these in action. These things are pretty cool looking, you know, like almost like AoE 2 bombard towers. But besides that, like, Yellow Portugal really in bad... Here, please. Pink is... What sort of raid is... What's going on over here with this raid? Where are these hussars going? Losing Ville. This is... Mayday, mayday. Get over here, man. Get over here, Pink Dutch. They need you. This is the one time you don't want to be going offensive right now. You need to focus on the home. The homeland, because you got your Yellow Portugal ally, which I'm going to watch pretty closely at this point. Tushki over here, starting to lose villagers. He's also losing land. If he loses a lot of these military buildings and he starts getting pushed back towards his farming, that is basically game over for your team. You need to do something about that. Not even enough hussars to take down this factory. Yeah, not even enough to take down this factory. Did you take down the other factory? Where's the other red factory? Did you take another one down? I think, yeah, he might have taken the other one down. Which is great, but, you know, you're dealing with some serious problems over here. Like, real immediate stuff. You need to let Yellow Portugal get their land back and start pushing back on this. You know? They're gonna try to do the best they can with, like, yeah, taking some hussars out to start slicing up the Cassadors, use their own Cassadors to start shooting away at stuff, but they're gonna need the help of the Pink Dutch just to get this 2 versus 1 situation under control now. Looks like they are gonna provide some skirmishers and riders to help assist in that process again. I'm out of the Yellow Portugal's base. Yeah, good. It's really good. These hussars and riders are right on top of these Moors, so the siege is effectively over right now. Right, so now they can, Yellow Portugal can start to, oh no, you got Cassadors in the back still. That is not good. Definitely not good. Get rid of these number 1 before you do anything else, but once these blue Cassadors are resolved, start putting some buildings back over here so you can start protecting these walls and start pushing out somewhere. Food wood? Yeah, the food and wood is really depleted right now. Are they going to get a tribute? And? And? What do you mean, and? This man's starving. He also has no wood. Can't stay warm during the cold winter. It's going to freeze to death. Pink Dutch going for a halberdier siege on the flank over here, all the way on the other side of the map. Now this could have some potential if these halberdiers make it down to this area. Oh, it looks, nope, these are actually the enemy halberdiers waiting there to meet them. So we're going to see a bit of a spear fight. Pink hussars slicing into those horse guns, trying to stop the advance. Somewhat successful. Some of the horse guns, though, are still active. They're going to do a lot of damage to those skirmishers. But luckily, the Cassadors choosing to snipe the cannons before dealing with the other units, though, saved them a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Blue Cassadors starting to advance a little bit further beyond that wall. Start to begin shooting. Oh yeah, look at these blue Cassadors get to work. Definitely look at those things. Yep, now they're gonna who's those are the yellow horse artillery, so wow, they sandwiched them in, like encircled them and started blasting them apart. Great. Great, great, great. And now we see some more that's pikemen coming in from the blue Portugal now. So let me see. Are they good now? Are they like clean, or what's going on now? Like I see what's this? Oh, that's a Saxon Cuirassier. Yeah, heavy cavalry from the yeah, the House of Wedded native. Yeah, these are pretty good. These are basically like native versions of the French cavalry. They get a lot of splash. Need land so bad. I agree with you 100%. You need to, for one, get these stables completed. You need to get some more over in this triangle area. And then you gotta start getting some stuff beyond this wall. You can't do that right now because you got a blue Portugal that's showing you with mortars. This is really bad for you, you know? You need to be able to deal with this. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like, well, what solution do you have to get rid of these Moors? I would say probably culverins, which thankfully Yellow Portugal is doing. They just need to get them over on this side and do enough of a push on this flank to reach the mortars. Yeah. It's going to take a bit of work, though, to get your skirmishers into position to open up this front. especially when you got one lone organ gun there sort of guarding it. Yeah, this is a pretty intense fight, I would say. You know, a lot of skirmisher warfare here and a lot of emergence of artillery, you know. That and light cavalry too, especially from the Dutch players. Yep, here comes the horse guns blasting into the Castador infantry. Oh, what we got? Yeah, some red hussars coming in over here trying to make a target of these culverins. Pretty much failing on that front though, since they're pretty far away from their other team's units. Blue hussars trying to cut into these cannons, failing at that as well. They're probably going to get these culverins though, I guarantee that, because, you know, they don't pack as much of a wall up when you're right up against them. Oh yeah, they got those culverins down. I think that, yeah, now these culverins are at risk. Yep, there go. If you lose too many of these culverins, then they can start making their own artillery again and start with the mortar siege again. So that needs to definitely be taken care of, like, right away. Right away. Yeah, I mean, at this point, looks like red and blue are trying to do some weird formation here, like a, what, like a L shape? L for, I don't know what kind of L. L for Lusitano Dragoon or something, I don't know. Yeah, Lusitano Dragoon, yeah, good one. Yep, that's what they call them in Wars of Liberty. They don't call them the Unets, they call them the Lusitanos. What's going on over here? I see like red and pink. Halberdiers going up against riders. Yeah, the halberdiers in this case would win out because riders they have the cavalry tag, so these halbs get that multiplier active for them. As you can see here too, halberdiers can also kill skirmishers too. You know, because they have about 47 attack. Hussars only have about 49 attack, so the halberdiers actually deal almost as much damage as a hussar against skirmisher units, and they cost like half the population, so you can actually mass these on occasion and then completely decimate an infantry army with them. It's totally possible. Some of the blue Castadors stationed over here to prevent any advance of the artillery. Also given a bit of breathing space for these organ guns to get themselves into position, as well as these red culverins in the back. Oh wow, now we're seeing the pink halberdiers going for the banks. That bank is going down. That one can't be saved. Alright, and how is that affecting their economy? Dawn Stowe. Oh, okay, so I think I see what's going on now. I think we're gonna see this Red Dutch resign really soon. You know why? The banks are starting to get burned down and they just don't have enough food to actually recover the banks being lost. And when you take the banks away from Dutch, they are no longer Dutch. They are defeated Dutch. Yeah, defeated Dutch. Yeah, pretty much, you know. Halberdiers, very underrated unit. Really good siege, lot of damage, good multipliers. Really just pikemen but stronger, you know? I mean, I feel like sometimes pikes get completely dominated by stuff because they have such a low attack, but the halbs cannot. I got 2x. No man, this is, don't drop out, because it looks like pink is actually doing a great job against this red Dutch. They're about ready to resign right now. Yeah, I mean, this red Dutch is on its way out. They just need to take out these banks. Yeah, they're going to take down this factory with the hussars and the halbs on this side. So yeah, I mean, it's worth it, man. Just hang in there. Hang in there. Yeah, that's why you see blue making a complete diversion, See, this was really smart from Pink Dutch. They knew their ally up here was under severe pressure, so you know what they did? They went on a full attack mode in the Red's base, which was not as fortified with walls, mainly due to, again, that big giant ice lake that I talked about at the start. You know, the thing about this map is when you have a big ice lake like this, it makes walling virtually impossible. And that's basically what killed them. You know, that's what killed the Red Dutch. They just put all their buildings in the front and then they weren't able to wall them in effectively, like say this one right here, this yellow Portugal right here, that put the walls further back and therefore was able to layer them up. Good game though, real good game. I mean, looking at the resource counts, that Pink Dutch did pretty good. Also that blue Portugal did better than the yellow Portugal, but I think that's only because yellow Portugal was under a lot of pressure throughout the game. The blue Portugal only took like one serious raid when they were on one of the forward resources, but as far as I know, they didn't take that much pressure. It was actually this Red Dutch that took a lot of pressure, you know, losing banks in the end. So, yeah, militarily, the Pink Dutch did really good at the end, you could tell. You know, it was the Dutch players that had the most kills, probably because they were, again, putting out really a lot of units due to all that spare coin in the bank that they have to afford them. Anyways, there's that one. I will be doing some more casted games as well. I got one that's ready to publish that I'll be publishing with this one that's actually a 3 versus 3. So, very fun one, you know. 3 versus 3s. If you thought 2 versus 2s were crazy in Deathmatch, just wait till you see a 3v3, which you can luckily see on my channel. Well, not alone, but, you know, you'll see it sooner because I just told you about. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this one. See you the next time. Signing off now.